So let's just get this going first. This is Bangai-O, the Dreamcast, submitted by Pandiloo. We played this before for 1.5 hours, so I'm going to continue from the saved position I have here on stage 19. Right, so here we go. This is an odd stage. I should be able to use this. It's interesting that the specials, if all of them hit, they give you so much score back that they're almost free to fire. This game actually runs surprisingly good. I know it doesn't look that impressive. I mean, it's just a 2D action game, right? But the amount of projectiles it can handle and the amount of stuff going on, so damn cool. Found some kind of special power now. I don't know where I'm going. Exactly, with all the points showing up, there's so much stuff going on here. Typical of you, an impudent person who is annoying my gang. You don't know who boss of the gang? Tell me your name. I'm Guy, the leader of the Cosmo gang. I have over 208 million members. Your bathering is really scratching. The people are finished. Not my subordinates. So they have a lot of conversations in this game, and it's usually pretty boring. So we'll just... I still have the shield thingy active, so I can just... Oh, there it ended. Jesus! I got hit by a special attack, it wasted me. Now the Dreamcast is one generation later. The Dreamcast is equivalent of the PS2 and the GameCube. Although it did... like it showed up. It did show up earlier than all the others. It was a bit ahead of its time. Yeah, the Dreamcast was very impressive. I always remember like being... I was intrigued by the Dreamcast. I never got myself one. Because I want to remember it being pretty damn expensive. And like it didn't have many... It doesn't have many known games. It did come out in '99, yeah. shield is almost running out. Got him. It was released like 2 years before the GameCube or something like that, I think. Stopping prohibited. And like this game really showcases what Dreamcast was the absolute best at. Just handling crazy amounts of effects. They have a really cool backend system where I don't know if people know what a shader is, but a shader is basically a graphical effect. You see, like these the explosions, for example, is a shader. I'm guessing the lines behind the projectiles are shaders too. And Dreamcast has a very interesting way of managing those. They're not pre-compiled. They're compiled at runtime. Somehow. It uses some kind of algorithm, so it doesn't have to like do everything up front. And people didn't have to program all of them before releasing the game. The game could somehow calculate what this sub-program would do and how it should look while the game was running. I have no idea how it actually works, but it works really damn well. Is it one of the rare games? I don't know. Actually, no idea how common this game is. I had never heard of it before, so... It's such a quiet release, right? There's no other next-gen release. It was pretty expensive as well. Combination with no real popular titles. Yeah, I'm with you, Pandy. I think that was the problem. Like, Sega really wanted to be the first ones out for the next generation, but they managed so well that they sort of no one else was around, and there was no the like next gen hype didn't take off because there were. Back then there was a lot of like free marketing whenever the next gen was about to come out, because everyone was talking about the next gen. And Sega wanted to win the next gen race. They wanted it so much that they missed the next gen race and thus lost a lot of exposure. Because the Dreamcast, mechanically it holds up to the PS2 really well, I'd say. And then they didn't get, as you said, they didn't really get any of the really big titles. God damn it. Yeah, exactly, it had a lot of cool features like that. It's naturally shipped. I think what you mean is it didn't have a copyright protection, but that's basically the same thing, I guess. Yeah, Geek Sunday. Good morning, Frush. Oh, good morning. It's not really a morning around here, but you know. What more can I say about it? Like, Dreamcast had a few titles that was supposed to be huge, but they turned out not to be. The best example is probably Shenmue. It was supposed to be like, man, Shenmue was so hyped. It's kind of fun. Today almost no one really knows about Shenmue. But I remember back then, Shenmue was like the talk of the world. Shenmue was gonna revolutionize gaming at its core. And in the end, it really didn't. Shenmue is a perfect example of a game developer with too much principles. Pretty ahead of its time? Yeah, in one way it was. Like, some of the design principles was really ahead of its time. But at the same time it completely missed stuff such as how fun is some things actually to play. I wonder what the designers were thinking sometimes. Sonic... wait, Sonic 3D is supposed to be super big release. I don't remember. Maybe it was. But like, no Sonic game since Sonic and Knuckles have been really good, has it? Shit, I'm so scared of getting trapped somewhere. I need to hold... clear my... I want to have my back secured. I need to get rid of this enemy spawner here. There we go. The next game up is... what was it again? Gunner's Heaven, yeah. I learned that game was actually called Rapid Reload when it was released in Europe. And it apparently wasn't released in America at all. Yeah, maybe Sonic 3D was supposed to be Sega's Mario 64. Like their way of showing you how to do 3D games. Because that's also one of the things that is so hard to understand today, like how huge a success Mario 64 was. It was so much better than anything you could imagine. But Sega was supposed to do the same. Jesus, they failed. I bought Sonic Mania and think it sucks. I actually can't say anything, I haven't played it. I don't know. But like, my trust for Sega when it comes to developing games nowadays is really low. I don't know what's happened, but they've really... at least for many years, they had completely lost their touch. And I can't get up through this triple laser thing here. Did I break through? Yeah, finally. We just need to kill these things off that shoots huge fire beams at me. Then beat the boss. Tell me, for example, that you did not have any knowledge of it. I feel like you have power. Well, then show me what you got. That presume means give me courage. These conversations are so dumb. The laser special ability is so strong against bosses. Because the rockets tend to like, they go in all directions for a while and then they collapse onto an enemy. There's a chance of actually not hitting them. But the laser will always hit. In really small and enclosed areas, the laser is super strong. Is this a huge level where I won't be able to hit the enemies? Sure feels like it. But, so Fruge, what does make Sonic Mania suck? In case you think it sucks, I guess you have a reason for feeling that way? Like, I haven't played it myself, so I can't really say... Can't really give you my own opinion, I'm afraid, but... I'd be curious if you have any, like, reason. Die, damn it. There we go. What is Sonic Mania anyway? Is it a 2D Sonic game? Is it like supposed to be their new Super Mario Bros? Sorta. Why do the Japanese always give these super strong robots to kids? Why don't they train specialists for it? Or is there always some screamy 12-year-old boy? I'm the leader of the Cosmo Gang, the root of all evil. Liar. What? What are you saying? Why are you saying that? Surely we've already met before. That was a lie, I'm the leader. So if you beat me, you can go home safety. If you're beaten. Now, try the great Nisagai. Holy hell, this guy can take a lot of damage. Wait, the Sega team has released a fan-made game as a major release? I hope that's not the case. Have they really sunk so low? Poor guys. They gave him money, of course. Yeah, I imagine, but still. I'm guessing the guy released it for free at first. This boss fight is gonna take a while. I need to get behind his shield somehow. We need to twist our rockets around his defense. Just need to find a good spot around here somewhere. There we go. There we had it there for a while. Alright, so he was like... That would sort of be the same as... I don't know, hiring... what's his name? Pangaea Panga? Alright, he was a modder, and they hired him to make an entire game. It would be like hiring Panga then, and have him make a game for you. I guess it's not that dumb actually. You're having many close quarter stages as of late. They've searched for the clues to the bandits, the Cosmo Gang. Who is this Princeton? There are about 200,007,000 Cosmo Gang warriors. Each appears to want to attack planets. I made such a stupid mistake in front of the prince. No doubt I must kill myself by harakiri. I hope that won't be necessary. This was released for the N64 originally. Would be fun to see the difference between them then. Like, what did the Dreamcast bring to this game? Like, does it look far much better, or does it look basically the same, or... These frickin' fire... Hey, there's the boss. Ah, I have to do something. I feel I don't really know much about the limitations for 2D games for the Nintendo 64. Can't shoot easily in all directions. Oh man, this game would be so bad if the controllers weren't as good as they are. Because the controls make a lot in this game. Controls are actually really good. The game controls very well. I'm guessing the N64 version of this game doesn't look as good. I have a really hard time believing it does. I guess you could remove a lot of the cool shader effects, then it might run on an N64. But there's so many projectiles from time to time. Oh, maybe you looked up some screenshots. Maybe that's what you're referring to. But it does look good. What am I supposed to do on this stage? I'd probably find a switch somewhere. We're opening the door to the boss chamber. One of these things will eventually contain a button. There's so little stuff to destroy in this stage, it's hard to keep up your special meter. That's a first actually, I've always like had it maxed out. This time around it's a bit tricky to keep it. How many levels? Someone said 44 somewhere, I think. We're at 20. Is it 60? Now I'm pretty sure it was 44. Actually, it's a secret. Now it's come out. After 2 in the morning, when no one else is there, comes out of the next room. What? Did they change some of the graphics for the Dreamcast? I can imagine like it must lag on the N64 if it can handle this many concurrent moving items. So that's what I suspect is one of the major changes. Oh my, this is gonna be interesting. All of these green things up here are enemy spawners. So they produce more and more enemies. But, fortunately, there's so many projectiles now I can just keep firing my special ability. And as long as it keeps hitting stuff, it will recharge my special ability meter again. The 400 beams is the maximum you can have when you fire a special. Like 400 projectiles. Sorry. Punch. That was a quick stage. Root maze. I had another one of these maze stages before. They're pretty... What? Pretty tiresome, I'd say. This is not what this game makes the best. I gotta notice that Sharpie is auto-hosting us for 8 views. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Sharpie. I get the feeling that either Stream Elements has fucked up their hosting system, or I've managed to config something completely wrong over there. Or auto-host doesn't show up. I don't know. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, these close quarter stages are usually pretty slow. Which is unfortunate, given how cool this game is in the open. It is kind of unfortunate that they go this path every now and then. These stages are relatively rare. Well, maybe the N64 actually handles pure 2D games pretty well. There weren't too many of them, if I recall correctly, that is. But I want to remember there not being too many of them. It was like a Yoshi game, Yoshi Story. Not even Yoshi stories are purely 2D, is it? Ah, it isn't. Search if you find one to buy. No, I don't know any apps like that. The only app I know for tracking which games you own and stuff is Backloggery. That's the best one I know. People usually use that one to make sure they play all the games they own. I've never heard of an app with those features you're asking for. I'm just curious, where does this one lead? It seems to go in the completely opposite direction. Ah, I see some health upgrades over here. I'm guessing. It leads to the same place, but it gives you your health back. I actually found my game collector. Oh, there is an app for that. Well, I'm not surprised there is an app for that, but still. I didn't know one existed. But given that game collecting is a pretty popular hobby nowadays, I can really understand that one exists. This is a pretty slow game design, I'd say. They've just like cranked corridors full of units. Buy doubles all the time. Well, when you reach certain levels of collecting, I guess it becomes difficult to keep track of it. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is yours truly, is Kwa Susumu. I cannot let you through. Watch out, I will not harm you. If you don't want to die, go back at once. You will bitterly regret your foolishness. Is it on one of these, like, green cores? They don't do anything. Or do they? Maybe I need to wait longer. Maybe I killed them too quickly? I don't know. It's confusing. In order to understand you a little bit better, I would like to learn something more about you. Then I shall just talk while you open up your ears properly. Your full name is Makishiriki. Here nobody gets the better of. You're a young man who is always just straight talking. You have a very hot-headed temperament. You're also a member of the People's Police, like your father. You know so much about me. Here you must restore the peace. That is your destiny. Well, together with John d'Arc, I shall get to the start of the revolution. What? But this is... Jesus! Oh, they lagged for a while actually. This is technically very impressive that it actually works. Look at the amount of stuff on the screen. What's even more impressive is that stuff doesn't die enough. Even though I fire this much shit at them. Alright, we need to find the boss. I can't keep fighting this. There's just too many of them. You know, I see Kenobi's wrote something pretty long. I'm so annoyed by a Tradera store I bought from person, I suppose. Sold me SD card reader. It was broken. Jesus. Other PSS. Oh, where's the moment? What?
We're gonna go to the thing now.
Yep.
I will take the Volvo.
Sure. Yep. I paid 19 for the item. The funny part is it's no money at all. It's like €2 worth of money. But I at the same time understand the annoyance that that's not really how it's supposed to be. So it's annoying, yet it's actually like not really a big deal. I'm the pilot from Bangai-O. Wait, what? I'm Ricky. If you disappear, then I will be the real one, the black Ricky. You're not black at all. No, but part of me is jet black. Compared with me, you're mostly Snow White. White Ricky. White Ricky. If you kill my brother, will there be any good? The new Bangai-O will begin, in which I'm the boss. After game over, won't there be a new game? What's the game? That is true. What? Oh shit! Dead. Phew. Holy hell. Jesus. That was intense. G'day there, Goro. Oh, hello. You again. You're really powerful, aren't you? You're well known in the gang. Really? No, that can't possibly be true. I'm pleased to meet you. To be honest, I grant you respect. When time comes, I will kill you. No, I'm not flattering you. This youth, those fists. I shall follow you. Moreover, you look magnificent. You're intelligent and respectful. I just have to avoid that special attack. That was really dangerous. Don't worry, Goro. You have my sincere respect. I understand that LARP consumes you. Jesus. The game actually does lag somewhat when you fire, when you manage to hit the maximum, when there's 800 projectiles on screen. Or maybe it doesn't lag, maybe they actually... Or, like this. It's probably lag, but they've managed to hide it behind some kind of bullet time effect. So that's a pretty clever solution, I'd say. Laser mace. So how's it gone this weekend? Did you win, Goro? There we go. So voting has opened. Shall we continue to play Bangai-O or not? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Personally, I'm having a good time with this. It is really impressive what they've managed with this game. I can understand if it's not the most fun to watch, but I at least find it's pretty clutch from time to time. It's pretty clutch, and I'm guessing it's interesting to watch, given how tight some situations are. Yes, you won. That's awesome. It's her again. I'll get to that, Jenny. Yeah. Apologies for being so strange last time. Mommy's full name is Mommy. She is, as we say, a heroine. Although she's calm, she's also strong. She has always taken along by her father and brother, taking part in every uprising. Altogether, I call her a heroine. She is, after all, my own dear daughter. I cannot expect much from with your small nose, the world would probably not be changed that much. What level are we on? 26 maybe? I don't really remember what level we are on. Oh, that's the end of the game, or the stage. I think we're on stage. I don't remember. Let's see now. All right, we were on 27. 30 seconds left to vote. Hurry! Galactic Duel. Out of 44. Yeah, someone at least said it was 44. I'm not sure, I haven't like gotten a confirmation of that number, but... What is that sound? I should kill him. Jesus. So, I have no idea how far we have left. Most stages are either... they're usually pretty short, I'd say. And especially since I learned to use the special really effectively. You should wait until there's like a lot of projectiles really close to you. That's when it does the absolute most when you fire it. You can easily get like at least over 100 projectiles if you just find the correct timing to fire it. Aww, I died. Too much of a hurry. I guess I have to play somewhat safe. $44. Alright. So what's everyone else been up to this weekend? You know that Goro's been playing LARP. Myself, we had our office had our annual Christmas party on Friday. But yesterday I was just hungover and I wished for myself to die. That's basically all I've gotten done this weekend. Partying on Friday basically means sacrificing the entire weekend. That's how old I've gotten. am I supposed to get up here? I need to... Actually, I need to go around the entire stage to destroy everything. Eee, what a pain. I really like the laser weapon compared to the homing rockets for some reason. I don't think they're better, but they're far more fun to play with. And the specials looks much cooler with it, in my opinion. I actually think the laser special is better. I found a recipe for peppermint mocha and I've been trying to perfect it. Choir practice today. Will you be having a choir performance or something? Like a Christmas performance? I wouldn't remember had something like that last year. I think I need to destroy everything basically to get in here. Oh, concert is tomorrow. What do you know? So what do you say then? Do you say I wish you a break a leg? Or is that really a thing? How do we... What am I supposed to do now? How do I actually damage something? These must come from somewhere. It has to be an additional spot. But what do you actually say? Do you say I wish you a break a leg, or you just say break a leg? Alright. I hope you break a leg. That's a weird tradition. Really weird piece of superstition. Yeah. Untrusting souls, where do you want to go? To the root of all evil, to the center of the Cosmo Gang to destroy them. And then you are must be member of the Cosmo Gang. Did you not say that I want to destroy them? Well, if that's the case, then you must be more powerful than the Cosmo Gang. I am certainly strong. Your feeble assistant, Suki something something, will help you with the gang. There you go. Did I say anything about Tradera? I said, I understand your frustration of the situation. It's funny how small sums like that, they like, if we're objective, it's like nothing. But you get frustrated because, well, it just shouldn't be like that. It's really hard to keep track of what the fuck's going on. And there's so many projectiles on the screen. get them all now? I don't know, maybe? Yeah, and that's what I think is so funny. Like, I've been in those situations too, where like I don't really care about the money. The money is not the thing here. It's a matter of freaking principles. I don't know if it's a typical Swedish thing. I don't think so. I think everyone is like that. You're just upset that people treat you like an idiot. You don't need to leave a bad review, because then they will leave a bad review if you still don't have one. That's a pretty messed up situation too. But, wait, do they get to see your review before you left your review? Isn't that a situation that's ripe for abuse? They kind of deserve a bad review. They wait for me to leave a review before they do. Yeah, I understand it. I just think it's strange that they get to see your review before leaving theirs. I think like Tordera should just say that the other person has left a review, leave a review to get to like to display it, more or less. I think that's a much better way of like designing your system. Because otherwise you end up in these situations where people sit around and don't leave reviews because they want to see what the other person left for review. Run the gauntlet. Oh my, I'm out of specials. That's not good. It meant I actually have to shoot some stuff for a while. They said they tested it. I guess there's a chance of it breaking during transportation then? Maybe it got, I don't know, got wet somehow? Probably quite unlikely, but it's a possibility. I'd like you to teach me something. If you ask me like that about the Cosmo Gang, I am called enemy. How come somebody can describe another as enemy? Drops into the universe in this way. Gee, I don't have the patience with these dumb conversations. How do I destroy these? So freaking dumb. Yeah, like, but then again, I said it's just a possibility. I really doubt it, because card readers aren't really... It's not a volatile product that's prone to breaking, I'd say. They're pretty simple pieces of mechanics, so... It shouldn't break. Really shouldn't. I wonder how you even manage to break a card reader. Isn't it just like a docking station for a USB port? I guess this is how I'll have to do this. I have to like slowly move upwards and destroy all the enemy spawners. Lest I get swarmed after a while. Tired of such semblance? Yeah, I can understand. I did use Tradera quite a lot a while back, but I stopped. Because I get tired of all the petty people who like keep fighting over 5 sec or something dumb like that. It's not worth my time, it's not worth the money, it's not worth anything, just cut the crap. God damn it. Even like sometimes if people just said, hey look man, I screwed the fuck up and there's 5 crowns here, can we just forget this, I'm really sorry. Then I just like, yeah sure, alright, it's no money at all, let's not fight about this. But people have their head so freaking far up their ass sometimes. Instead of just saying, hey man, look, I screwed up, I'm sorry. They have to go on about this. Jesus. Now you're getting me really worked up. I should stop talking about this subject. Because it frustrates me to no end that people are so dumb sometimes. Nah, don't worry. It's not your fault. I just get worked up on some subjects, and this is one of them. Some topics I just don't understand. It must be something I just didn't learn as a kid. So this strategy for getting through this stage is apparently much safer, but it's not as fun to not like just rush through it. Jesus, there's so many of them around here. I remember thinking about it the other day actually. The original Sonic games, are they actually that good? When I think of it, there's a lot of like really strange jumps, really unintuitive design, really punishing mechanics. Each level is basically a huge maze and there's nothing indicating where you're supposed to go. I was actually thinking about it, like are these games really that good that we give them credit for today? Maybe it's just nostalgia. Yeah, it usually is when it comes to subjects like that. When you start thinking of it, you realize that, yeah, alright, this is actually not that good. 2 bosses in 3 hours of playtime. It's huge how to beat them. Alright, then you really missed. Then someone's done a really crappy design, I guess. A Although we've had a couple of games like that here on Journey too, where you're like, you sit down and you wonder, what the hell was someone thinking when they made this? Cheating with YouTube. I actually don't think looking a solution up on YouTube is cheating. I usually think when people have to look up solutions on YouTube, it's the game designers who have failed. You as the player have not failed. Whoever made the game has failed. Fuck! Don't people think so? Yeah, I know. People have so much opinions. I bought an American copy of Phantom Hourglass from a seller. It's obviously a pirate copy. Contacted the seller about it and presented him with a bunch of evidence. They were super surprised and offered me a PAL version. Yeah, I like that. That's that's really how I suspect stuff like this to work, Pandy. Like, it's not that difficult. Just, although in that case, I'd probably be more. I would probably be quite surprised too, because that's going a bit like beyond the Call of Duty. You could have just said, "Ah, shit, I'll give you the money back," and left it there. But like for people who sell big volumes, I'd at least say it's usually best just to suck it up once every now and then. That makes it strange too, having issue with a trader with a 4.9 rating. He should be pretty concerned about his rating, shouldn't he? Oh. This stage is pretty... it's just slow. You have to advance so slowly and clear everything behind you. I don't really know where all the spawners are here. I think this is about the furthest we've gotten this far. Yeah. At least we were given a lot of time to complete this stage. That's something, I guess. Oh. Power shield. Let's try to get as far as we can then. God damn it. It might have turned out to be a dumb decision. Now I'm pretty surrounded. I need to like find a safe haven to fight for him. Like over here. Like fight my way out of here. This particular tune, most of the game's soundtrack is actually pretty good, but this tune in particular is really repetitive, I feel. It doesn't contain much. I want to see if there's a health up somewhere. Doesn't seem that way, does it? Oh, boss fight. Ricky, mommy, father, why are you in such a place? He's not your father, he's a member of the Bad Bunch. He is a young lion that is guarding the world. Father is a member of Bad? Bad is the really best. You have simply joined Bad. Well, father, show them the power of the new Ohashaki Kubi yada yada. Understood. There we go. That boss is actually pretty easy, I noticed. For some reason. Dig or die. Are we close to beating it? Jesus! I don't really know if we are. Or there's 44 stages and we're at stage 30 something. So that there was pretty darn impressive that it actually worked, given how much moving stuff it was on the screen. Need to find the boss. There we go. There's a heat reaction. There's a heat reaction. There's the front line. Somehow, or others are hostile. See when you're 10 more behind. What? Shit. These conversations are so confusing from time to time. What? Oh, I did home in on him eventually. Shit. Ah, it homes in on other stuff. That's the problem here. Yeah, it doesn't home in on him. That's really why this fight is difficult. Where'd he go? There he is. God damn it! Secondary enemy came around and killed me. Stage 32 out of 44. Dug in. Or I got buried. That's probably the word I was looking for. Buried. So I'm just trying to kill off some stuff so I can actually fight in peace. Alright, that should be it. I don't think I can accidentally unlock anyone more now. Oh, I definitely can't. Unless we start going down really deep. Well, that will eventually happen, won't it? These are pretty safe area now. There we go. Here we find a good spot. It's all about the cheese. You have to find the correct cheese position. And you can easily manage it. I'm guessing that's the boss over there. Yep. Ricky, mommy. Father, why are you in such a place? Yada yada yada. What the heck? Oh. You can actually damage him for a while. What kind of person is Gary Lee, the leader of the Cosmo? I like to... Ah, it's just story by now. This is actually dealing a lot of damage. Need to kill off the ads here so that I can fight this thing in peace. Health ups. Sweet. Right, this is bad now. This is really bad. Shit, and there's so many ants around there. God damn it. Fuck. It's actually getting pretty challenging right now. Sometimes it turns so sharply. It's really, really difficult to anticipate his movements. Damn it. That was a prime example of like just switch direction mid-air all of a sudden. God damn it. It's actually taking surprisingly long for this game to become like really difficult. I'm trying to use this this little platform as defense. No, it's the screen that acts as his bounce edges. If I just I can use the screen to force him to bounce around. Got him. Dangerous descent. Oh why, I'm out of specials. But my specials didn't hit as well as I suspected they did. God damn it. I wonder if this is how you're supposed to do this stage. But I mean, it works. He is pushing on all the way. Let's hope we'll get there in time. Voting is open. Shall we continue to play? Shall we continue to play Bangai-O or not? Put your votes in, folks. Oscar. I wonder if anyone's even around anymore. Oh, hello there, Princess Rika. What do I want? I'm probably quite done with this. I mean, the game is fine and all, but it's... I don't think we're gonna see much more other stuff than what we've seen thus far. At least I'd like to move on to something else to have like a break for a while. It's not that I don't like the game, it's just that it's... I don't know, it's not new enough by now. Spoiled, you know. Spoiled modern gamers with their want for change and all of that shit. Ouch. Wrecked. Death in small spaces. One thing I must say the Dreamcast does very well is how saving works. Because you're never bothered by saving on a Dreamcast. Or at least I've never experienced being bothered by saves on a Dreamcast. It's usually handled automatically and like in the background, so it doesn't disrupt your gameplay. And that's really well made, in my opinion. Really impressive. Enemy HQ is quite close. No, not by far. Still like 10 stages away. I barely even see the projectiles that keeps hitting me. Well, maybe I can finish this one. No. Alright. This boss will die here. Yes, so that I actually get to save that I completed this one. So what did we reach? Which stage? Stage 36 out of 44. I think this is I'd say this is a good game. I'd say, is it very good? Nah. So this game. There we go, back again. Welcome back. Alright, so this game could have gotten a very good rating. Or could have gotten a rating of very good. Had it just had a few more mechanics to it. Not much. Just a few other weapons. Powers. I want to add that, but like, so game runs very well and is visually very satisfying. It can handle hundreds of sprites and explosions at the same time, and it does very good, and It is fun to play as you hack your way through the myriads of enemies. Music is also quite good. The controls works really well. Right, so but still pretty good game, I'd say. We could do a mystery tournament to make sure of this if we wanted to. What a bundle for Humble Bundle. We had 2 of the games so far, Garry's Mod and Rust.